So whilst I know you spend probably 80 to 95% of your time learning English at school, focusing on a particular text and getting the key ideas and the techniques and all of that, one of the main reasons that students end up losing marks in the end is because they don't actually answer the question given on the day of the exam. They end up just regurgitating things that they've done in class or things that have been memorized, which you do need to go in with a certain amount memorized, but it's so important to make those steps that are required to answer the actual question. So I'm going to be going through what those specific steps are to get a band 6. So the first one is make sure that you always underline the key words of the question. Underline individual keywords. Don't underline phrases, because each individual word has its own meaning and therefore will be able to be used in different ways. The second thing is think of a synonym for each of those individual keywords that you have thought of. The next one, and this is something that people often skip over, even if they do the first part, is that they don't then think about how those keywords they've found link into the key ideas they've done in class or learned or prepared in their paragraphs. So about how those keywords are going to link into your actual argument, then you can start writing the introduction. And here is something that is going to make sure that you start your introduction answering the question and answering it really, really well. So what you want to do is take a phrase or particular words from the question and start your essay with them. Don't start with your own thing and then bring the words of the question later. Start with the words of the question, then make them into your own sentence that brings in your key ideas. You should have words from the question in every single sentence of your introduction. So if you get, one of those nice bulky questions that really kind of has several parts to it, think about how you can use those parts throughout your introduction. You don't need to answer all of the question all at once in the first sentence. And if anything, don't, and make sure you don't parrot the question. So don't just rewrite the question and then start your own answer. Pick a section of the question, write your own sentence using those words that introduce your text and then progress into your introduction, going into the key ideas you're going to explore using the words of the question that you deconstructed at the beginning.